Howdy, friends. Steve DePoe here with the Rose Realty team with this week's Real Estate Live for North Texas. How to neutralize your home. This is kind of a misleading topic. We should probably say how to depersonalize your home might be a better way to phrase this. But let's get into it. So neutralization. So basically, what you want to do when you're getting ready to sell your home, first of all, if you sell it through the Rose Realty team, we'll bring in a stager who will give you advice on how to stage and how to neutralize your home. We'll also, when we're leading up to the listing portion of the process, Rose will also give you ideas on how to depersonalize or neutralize your home at the same time. And so you'll be kind of get it from two experts. But anyway, neutralization. So your home, you have to go through a process. You have to go through a process where you remove basically the owner's presence. Okay, we call that staging, depersonalizing, or decluttering your home. And the reason we do this, the reason we do this is to make sure that when somebody comes in to take a look at their home, they can envision their stuff in the house as opposed to yours. So if you're talking about, let's say a study or an office, okay, and you have awards and certificates, we're going to get to all of that stuff in a minute. You have awards and certificates all over the wall, and let's say you're an engineer, okay, and you have your engineering degree and your professional engineering license and whatever, and an accountant is looking at your house. He doesn't necessarily see his accounting degree up there. He sees your engineering degree. Okay. So you want to kind of depersonalize it and declutter it or neutralize it so people can envision their stuff in your space, basically what it comes down to. So you want to remove traces that allude to your personality that you carved out through your life. Wow, that's a harsh statement, right? But it's true. You want to remove family photos and certificates and diplomas and photos of family and friends. And geez, we had a guy who we sold this house for him who was something like 40 years in the Coast Guard, and he had awards and plaques. Man, it was painful because we're proud of our military, to ask him to say, you have to take that stuff down, and he fought it. But eventually he understood, and we sold it. We sold his house. Anyway, we want to make sure that the environment is neutral so that people can see their stuff there. We want to remove books from bookcases or shelves or coffee tables that are deeply personal, such as religious books, Bibles, that kind of thing, ideological literature. So we want to remove books that are titles of books that are divisive. Okay, we don't want those there because we don't want people to give the impression to get the impression of what kind of person you are. There's lack of a better way to say it. Okay, so we want to neutralize it. Remember, when you get to this point, okay, when you're doing this, it's business, not personal. Because remember that it's business, not personal. So we want to make sure that it's neutralized and that it's decluttered and it's not personal, so that people can again envision their stuff there. Artwork and collectibles, artwork and collections. So we want to remove certain artwork that may be political, send certain messages, nudity, even sports teams. I've got a whole room over here with Yankee paraphernalia in it. I'd have to take that stuff down. The religious imagery and so forth. So which means your crosses and those kinds of things. Remove them off the wall, patch the hole. Preserve them nicely in a box because they'll go into your new place. Okay. Again, sorry about this, but no place for religion. So we want to take down Bibles. We want to move out. Crucifixes. We want to move out. Last Supper picture. We want to move out. It kind of sounds like sometimes the only thing that's good is the dogs playing cards, right? You can be proud. I'm proud of my religion. You can be proud of your religion, but let's not put it on display when you're trying to sell your house, because we don't know who's going to come through there and might be offended. And so we're going to want to depersonalize it, neutralize it, so that your house sells quicker at the highest price possible. And that's what we're going for here, right? Color. We want to remove wallpaper. Wallpaper's kind of making a comeback, but real funky wallpaper we want to kind of remove. We want to avoid light and dark colors. And we want to use contemporary colors and on the walls and also on carpets, and avoid too many colors. So when I bring a buyer into a house, one of the things I mention when they're kind of hedging is that, hey, look at the walls are real neutral. They're all the same color. It's great. It's like a blank palette, a blank slate. Now you can do whatever you want to them. And so that's actually a benefit because paint is cheap. Okay. And if you had, kind of funky walls all over the place, people kind of tend to be turned off by that, figuring, well, I don't want a purple wall or this pink wall, whatever. And so we kind of have to talk them into paint is cheap. Same thing, same thing for sellers. If they can neutralize that into a beige, or an off-white or something like that, that house will go a lot quicker. That was kind of painful if you kind of ask me, but it's the truth. Sometimes people can't get past the aesthetic stuff. Maybe the house is really sound and strong, and there's nothing wrong with the pipes or the roof or anything like that. But that pink wall and that one bedroom, blah, there you go. So neutralize it, depersonalize it if you can. Next week, home selling records. Cool topic. So we've set a number of home selling records throughout the country and throughout the Metroplex in the last couple of years. We're going to talk about some of those records. This is Steve DePoe with the Rose Realty team. I'm going to bounce.